Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Doodle God. In the last episode, I combined things to create 59 out of 249 elements, and I have 14 out of the 26 groups, 14 out of 26 categories, and I was feeling like I was getting stuck. And so there's this button down here. It says use a hint. A hint is a clue. It's something that will help us. I haven't used a hint yet, but I think it's time. So I'm going to use a hint. Each element hint shows you one element that could be created using ones you already have. It won't show you how to create one though. Each group's hint shows you two groups with definitely reactable elements. Each free reaction hint performs one reaction for you. It's a pack of 3 hints. So I think I have a limited amount. I think I have 6 element hints, 3 group hints, and 3 free reaction hints. I think that I am going to use one of my 6 element hints. So an element hint will show me an element that could be created using the ones I already have. So I'm going to use an element hint. So it's telling me that I could create a whale. Okay, it's telling me that using some of the items that I have here, I can create a whale. I know that whales swim in water, so I think it's probably water plus something else. So let's try to add water to different animals. Water plus a turtle, water plus a lizard, water plus a beast. Okay, cool. So water plus a beast equals a whale. That's cool. I like the element hints. Okay, here I think it's telling me 3 elements that I can create. So it's telling me I can create a fish, a palm tree, and a butterfly. But I don't know how. Fish live in water, so I'm assuming I have to add something to water. A palm tree is a type of tree, so I'm assuming I have to add something to the tree. And a butterfly flies in the air, so I'm assuming I have to add the air to something. So let's try to create a fish, a palm tree, and a butterfly. So a fish. What can I use to create a fish? Water and a different animal? No, I already tried to use water, because that's how I created the whale, is using water and the beast. What if I add water to something from the water category? Like water and the swamp, or water and alcohol? Well, I didn't create a fish, but I did create vodka. So really, it's a win. Vodka is a type of alcohol. I'm surprised that I created the alcoholic before I created vodka. Let's see what happens if I add vodka to the alcoholic. So to me, the alcoholic and vodka should go together, but apparently they don't. Okay, but now I only am missing one element in the water category. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 out of 6 elements in the water category. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements out of 9 elements in the human category. Okay. So, how else can I create a fish? Fish maybe come from bacteria or a plankton? What if I add things to a plankton or a worm or a bacteria? I feel like I already added the bacteria to a lot of things, but I didn't really add the plankton or the worm. Oh, cool. Alright, so I created a butterfly. I think it was the worm plus the air, and that created a butterfly. That makes sense, because a butterfly flies in the air, and its body looks like a worm. So now I can create beer. Okay. I think beer is probably made using wheat and water. So I'm going to find the wheat and the water. And apparently, that's not how they want me to make beer, which is confusing because in real life, when you add wheat to water, you get beer. So, apparently that's not the case. But what if I add wheat to alcohol? There we go. Wheat plus alcohol equals beer. Now it's telling me that I have a new mission. They want me to make a hut. A hut. How can I make a hut? I feel like to make a hut, I need to add wood to something. But I think I already added wood to tools to get a wheel. Yeah. So I'm not sure how to make a hut. A hut is a type of house. And I guess it's not technically made from wood. It's usually made from leaves or straw. Maybe I need to add the tree to tools? No, because the tree plus tools equals wood. Alright, let's get another hint. Let's get another hint to help us. Each group hint shows you 2 groups with definitely reactable elements. So a group hint will show me which 2 groups interact. I have 3 of them, so let's use a group hint. Okay, it's saying some of these elements may react. Things in the life category and things in the human category. So let's add them together. I've created a vampire. I added the human to the blood, and I created a vampire. That's funny. Okay, so now I have a vampire. There are a lot of elements that we're missing in this category, with the ghost, the thunderbird, the phoenix, the treant, and the vampire. We're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. Let's use another element hint. Okay, it's showing me that I can create a feather. It's showing me that I can create a feather. To me, I would need to have the bird and tools, the bird and weapons. To me, it would definitely be the bird and air, the bird and a storm. No, the bird and a storm equals a thunderbird. I already have a thunderbird. Okay, what about the bird and water? The bird and quicksilver, the bird and vodka. Oh, maybe I can add vodka to fire. Vodka and fire. No. Okay. Well, it was an idea. Let's use another hint. Let's use a group hint. Some of these elements may react. So it's telling me that things in the animal category and things in the fire category will react. So I created a dragon. I created a dragon using the dinosaur and fire. A dragon is a dinosaur that breathes fire, so it makes sense that when you add a dinosaur and fire, it creates a dragon. So now I'm missing 4 things in this skull category. I'm not going to be shy. I'm going to use my last group hint. I'm going to use my last group hint. So it's telling me items in the earth category and the air category may react. So let's try to combine glass with things. What about sand with things? Sand plus air? No. Metal plus ash, metal plus a storm, metal plus steam. Interesting. Metal plus steam equals a boiler. A boiler is what heats water. A boiler is what heats things. I'm not sure what a boiler will be able to combine with, but let's find out. So now let's combine this boiler with all of the different elements. First, I'll try to combine the boiler with things in the air category. Then I'll try to combine the boiler with things in the tools category. Next, I'll try to combine the boiler with things in the industrial category, is maybe what I would call that. Next, I'll try to combine the boiler with things in the transportation category. And now I'll try to combine the boiler with things in the earth category. Boiler plus sand and boiler plus glass. No. All right, let's keep combining things with the boiler. The boiler plus things in the bacteria category. The boiler with things in the human category. Nothing is combining with the boiler so far. Okay. A boiler plus things in the fire category. I really feel like it should combine. Boiler plus coal. Okay, so the boiler plus coal created a steam engine. Once again, I wish that I knew more about mechanics because I think an engine, specifically a steam engine, is powered by steam. It's in the name, steam engine. So I'm assuming that if I combine steam with a steam engine, it will create some sort of new element. Let's keep combining the boiler with other things, because I don't want to act too quickly. I feel like this game is about being systematic. To be systematic means to be the opposite of chaotic. It means that you have a system. It means that you have a specific order that you're doing things. So I'm going to keep combining the boiler with all of the other elements in every category, just in case. Okay, the boiler with things in the ghost category, the skull category. All right, nothing. The boiler with things in the energy category. Oh wait, boiler. Boiler plus energy, boiler plus life, boiler plus egg. Oh, boiler plus electricity? Boiler plus seeds. No. I think maybe the boiler plus water will do something. But once again, I don't want to break my system. So let's combine the boiler plus things in the water category. Okay, I combined the boiler with everything. So now let's combine the steam engine. Like I said, a steam engine is powered by steam. So, are you kidding me? I added the steam plus the steam engine, and it didn't do anything. That's so annoying. That's illogical. It doesn't make sense. If I add a steam engine plus steam, it should do something. But apparently not. Okay, let's combine the steam engine with other things then. Let's combine the steam engine with things in the tools category. Let's combine the steam engine with things in the industrial category. Let's try to combine the steam engine with things in the transportation category. Okay, so I combined, what did I combine? I combined the steam engine. I combined the steam engine with a chariot to get a locomotive. So my husband used to work at a railroad, and it's a misconception. People think that a locomotive is the same thing as a train, but it's not. A locomotive is the vehicle that pulls a train. The train is right here, and the locomotive is the vehicle that pulls the train. But most people think that locomotives and trains are the same thing. But now you're smart, and you know that locomotives and trains are different things. As you'll see when we fill out the rest of the transportation category. So I'm assuming that we need to combine the locomotive with another element to get a train. So let's see what we need to combine the locomotive with. Maybe we need to combine the locomotive with steam. No. The locomotive with things in the air category didn't do anything. The locomotive with things in the industrial category didn't do anything. The locomotive with things in the tools category, nothing. Okay. The locomotive with things in the bacteria category, no. Okay. What about the locomotive with a human? I thought maybe a locomotive plus a human would create a train conductor, but it didn't. Okay, what about a locomotive plus things in the fire category? I think locomotives are maybe powered by coal, but when I combine the coal plus the locomotive, it doesn't seem to do anything. I don't think anything in the food or drink category will combine with a locomotive, and I was right. But I do have high hopes for the energy category. I think that if we combine a locomotive with things in the energy category, I think it just might work. Locomotive plus energy? No. Locomotive plus life? No. Locomotive plus egg? No. Locomotive plus electricity? No. Wow, I guess I was wrong. Okay. What about a locomotive with a dragon? Or a locomotive with a ghost? These combinations are funny, but remember in episode 1 when I combined something with a swamp and it equaled life? I think it was water plus a swamp equaled life. So now I have to make sure I try all the different combinations. You never know. Okay. Finally, a locomotive with water, a locomotive with a quicksilver, a locomotive with vodka. No. Okay, so I combined the locomotive with everything, I believe. Let's try things in the transportation category. Okay, I think that it's time for another hint. I only have one more group hint. So let's do this free reaction. So a free reaction performs one reaction for you. It's a pack of 3 hints. So it created a warrior. I think the warrior is probably in the human category. Yeah. So now we have a warrior. We have 69 out of 249 elements. And we have 14 out of 26 groups. So we're not even halfway there on the elements. But that for this episode, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to stop playing. I hope you join me for the next episode to see what new elements I'll create. And if you have an idea for items that I should combine, let me know in the comments and I'll try to combine them. Awesome. Thanks so much for watching. Good luck with your English journey, and I'll see you later. Bye.